So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Today we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. And it's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Unfortunately, those injuries returned last season. Katie played his fewest games since his rookie season 11. It was pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Dump off to his fullback. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They motion Waddle over left. Opening carry for Devon Achane. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Tua now from the gun. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted.
Recovered by the offense.
Fourth down, so the Dolphins are going to send out Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's number 1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, there are oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 18. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Williams to throw on first. Let's see Dunze again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Working from the gun, Williams. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Into the crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Marshall. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
It is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now. It's a big strike to Hill. The 30. The 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Sanders all set to send it away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
On play action, Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Williams on first down. Searches from the pocket, and he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Williams will look to throw. He set up the screen here to Swift. Jukes one defender. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, here's Swift. Yeah, he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Going to run again with Swift. Pushing for the red zone. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bears first down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
First down throw by Williams. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Zero chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Washington now to return. Jukes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Miami set to take over once again on offense. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Short pass brought in. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Ruben Hippolyte the second, able to bring him down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They motion the tight end over. Second down carry for A-Chan. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa dumps it off to his running back. And they don't get much out of his pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Staying grounded with Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. To throw, Williams. He'll make a big for it on the ground. Williams hit, that ball's out. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one. So they're keeping the football.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He can't evade a coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. A-Chain on the inside give. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Throw to the right, finds Waddle. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st down, Dolphins.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A-Chan, a 1st down carry. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Caught by Washington, left side. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's 2 on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's A-Chain running right. Comes inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And it's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Now 2 with a throw. Dumped off to his running back. They get 4 of those penalty yards back. Still behind the sticks, though. 2nd and 11.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Tagovailoa to throw. He beams one deep right side. Another kick bounces off their hands in the end zone run. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. Nearly an interception on that play, so now it's going to be 3rd and long. Tagovailoa back to throw. He's got it in the red zone. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Miami.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Up the middle they go with Madison, and they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Running with A.J. and out of the gun. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll stick with A.J. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Sanders sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st down, Williams. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Williams. That's complete to the rookie out of Missouri. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They bring their tight end left. Williams off the play fake. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Williams from the gun. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tua. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Complete to number 83, Darren Waller. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Dolphins.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a give running right. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's running for it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A gain of 14. And the Dolphin first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He was taken down.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage, and that time, the defense got the job done.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Tua now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Miami.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Dolphins.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. They send Hill right. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Sending a receiver left. Tua off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing now. Tagovailoa. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Two yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
17. Bears 3.
Sanders all set to send it away. Tyler Scott now to return it. And he stopped on the run back of the 27. The Bears about set for their next possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. Breaks the tackle, Green grabs ahead, and he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. They get 28 out of that play, and that's good for a Bears first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal because of it.
Holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. And you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He puts some air onto this one, deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
4th down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. Washington deep to return. The Dolphins to back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. From the 27. It's going to be caught by Washington. And he reaches the 35 before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Dolphins have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Tua. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Miami.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A run now with Achan. Escapes a defender. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Achan again on 2nd. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
33-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Tua out of the pistol. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a handoff to Achan. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Achan. Takes out a 1-stop, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get more points to end a lopsided first half. Devon Achan with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21.
24. Bears 3.
Sanders all set to send it away.
Kickoff for Miami.
Scott now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the 32. They set up the screen here to Swift. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
4 yards. That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Lofts it deep right side. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Sanders all set to send it away. Scott now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Off the play fake, Williams. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Williams from the gun. Over the middle to Moore. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Williams to throw. On the move, headed right. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
18 more yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running with Swift down at the gun. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's a Chicago first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. The pitch is out to Johnson. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Williams. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. Jukes one defender. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Check this one down, complete to the fullback. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Waddle makes the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Number 17.
They get 6 and a first down as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
With a slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Connects on the crosser. He's still going at the 30. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stops. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 19-yard line.
A-Chain again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Trying to run it in. A-Chain. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Here's a screen for A-Chan. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Sanders sends it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Juke the defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Toss play, Swift. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, that safety came flying, and we know he is never afraid to mix it up. Man, he loves to dish out a big hit.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now here's Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Williams to throw on first. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Williams throwing again here on second down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Williams to throw on third. Caught outside by Burden. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
First down throw by Williams. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Williams again. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Running behind center with Swift. And he is not going to be able to reach that marker. Got it close, but it sets up 4th and less than a yard now.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. They'll run it with Swift. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Miami offense headed out there now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. That one fired in there, complete. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They run the counter to H.N.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Tua now from the gun. Eyes Tagovailoa's hits. The ball is out. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it. So crisis, at least momentarily, averted.
Recovered by the offense.
So the Dolphins ready for the punt. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And drawn out. This is Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
He was taken down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. One play action. Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
No gain on
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28.
So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit. Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. A-Chain on the inside give. Escapes a defender. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll stick with A-Chain. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Tua. Setting up the screen. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Running right, it's Madison. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to bind. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Sanders sends it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Sanders all set to send it away. Scott now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Ooh, on him quick there. They bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's got a decent game before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Design bootleg here. Waller with the catch. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Second down carry for Achane. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Here come the Bears back out on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. On him quick, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Nicely done. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Secured by Burden on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Short pass brought in. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running for it, it's Swift. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Williams from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And he's got it. It's in close. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone.
That's good.
Give him a full 40 on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears making the scoreboard look a touch better. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Bears offense, look at this. They haven't moved. They're going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the
Williams trying to throw for it. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. right, partner. It is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate? Just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. Jukes out a one-stop. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, Tonga by long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Tonga by long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Shotgun snap now to Tonga by long. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
An offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Williams set to pass. Low right side hauled in by Komet. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Williams on first down. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Williams to throw on first. Komet's got it, left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
2nd and 3 now. To the air yet again, Williams. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Again, it's Williams. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Here's Williams again. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. On 1st down, they're going to start out with H.A. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. They made it 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Dolphins leading by 16. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
1st down, Dolphins.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send him left out of the slot. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
The 50-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They're going to pass it here. Caught by Hill over the middle. And that should clinch the win for the Dolphins. That's enough for a 1st down. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Chicago.
Be in the game.